All right, welcome to another live stream. So today we will be testing out our tool, our functionality, and loads of beautiful things. So let's do. Okay, we don't need WSL. Okay, so welcome to another live stream. Today we will be coding an application that I have been creating lately. And I'm very excited to check out also this Trae IDE. So this is, oh, nope, let's not change that. Trae IDE. Okay. So okay, so yeah, we're right here. We've got like this context window and all of these beautiful things. And the main question that I'm asking myself today is what I want to be building today. So we've got loads of pages. I really like this IDE. It looks very clean, very beautiful. This is the builder, this is the chat, and this is the try builder. In builder mode, any changes to code file will be automatically saved. Okay, this is interesting. All right, so I'm not really sure what I want to be creating. So AI tools, maybe we want these AI tools to be left alone nowadays. So we may want to move this and actually remove this code. So I'm going to just delete this and I'm going to call this AI tools. Okay, so that's what we will be doing. So this will be called AI tools. And what we have to do right now is find where we have defined the new AI tools and pretty much change these to AI tools everywhere. Everywhere on our code, we have to do this fix because otherwise our requests will fail. Okay, so we're doing that, nothing very insane, but what we would be asking is how we could possibly optimize this code. So as we can see in this file structure, in this thing that I have created, we have a lot of codes that are pretty much the same all the time. And this is not something that we would want. We don't want that, but we got it for some reason, for good or worse. So we want to be fixing this. Okay, camera doesn't really want to work today. So we got to optimize this page to improve the fetching style, to improve pretty much everything. So maybe the correct answer to this problem is to give it context of those 4 files that are used in the current structure and just let it do its thing. Maybe that's the correct way to go forward. So this is my first time using this Trae IDE or whatever. So we're going to give it a look, gonna give it a check, and hopefully it will work just fine. So here we have Claude 3.5 Sonnet, but you also have access to this 3.7 Sonnet. So that looks good. Really exciting. All right, so let's get started with the first thing. So we should give it context of all of these files. So we're going to give it context of tool. How could I possibly tell it where to look? So maybe we should give it folder and we're going to go with this AI tools folder. So it gets access to all of these AI tools and hopefully that will work, I guess. I'm going to do a little bit of a manual check to make sure. Okay, so Control F. Okay, we need to change this as well. And yeah, the sidebar is taking the URL. No new AI tools here, no new AI tools. Great. So we fixed the code. It should be working. So what we want to do is we want this AI system to access all of the folders and pretty much refactor the code to ensure reusability, componentization, whatever all of these things called. Okay, so let's do just that. Take a look at these folders files. I want us to improve the coding to ensure reusability of functions, generalization, and speed improvements to the Next.js 14 application. Okay, so let's give it a try. We're giving it the context of this folder, so it probably have access to the files. Okay, looking at the AI folder structure, I can see several opportunities for improvement. The code base has duplicated functions across files like get categories, fetch cards. That should be extracted into shared utility modules. I will focus on consolidating these common functions, standardizing parameter naming convention, and implementing proper caching strategies for data fetching. This is great. This is exactly the correct response that we want. This is exactly what we wanted to do. I need to examine this client thing to understand structure, examine the Slack directory again. Great thing about these files is that they're not really that big and there is quite a lot of redundancy. So by fixing your code base and ensuring generalizability, you can really lower the costs of your AI usage because you have less things for it to look at. Okay, so I need to examine this Slack thing. I need to examine this fetch list. I need to examine, so it's going into a loop and I'm really scared that it's never going to end. Okay, I need to examine the get. Oh my God. So it's examining way too many things. This is really becoming scary. Okay, to understand Slagify function. Okay. Really hope all of this fits into your context window. This either is going to be good or it's going to be a complete nightmare, my friends. I need to examine the sidebar. Okay, examine it. Hopefully you will end up there. Okay, so we're on builder mode right now. It examines the tool card. It's thinking. Oh my God, it's going way too deep. It's going way too deep based on my analysis. Oh my God. This is insane. Like, it went so deep into the code. This was heavily unexpected. I'd never expected it to go so deep, to open all of these files by tracking them. This is insane. Okay, so one file needs review. So this is what it tells us to do. So this is like the configuration. This possibly seems okay. I don't see anything wrong with this specific functionality. So this owner and repository takes it from default config. Fetch file content. Oh, it writes also comments. This is nice. This is very nice. This tool, super nice. Fetch file content. Now we'll update this. Okay, so it is making way too many changes at this point. Okay, so it goes to the contents path. Wait a second. Really? It's doing so many changes that it's impossible to track it down. This is incredible. I'm really scared. I'm really scared to accept the changes. It may break everything. But whoa, oh my god, I didn't expect it to do so many changes. So there is this cache functionality that imports it from React. Okay, so this is probably good. Fetch markdown content. I'm not getting this function, so this contents path, I don't know what this is. Never seen this before. So what this function is, I don't get it. Let me think. Okay, it is asking us. Okay, so where is this fetch list function? It is on content fetch list. There is this fetch list tabs. Okay, so there is always some kind of contents / over here that we have to go over. Totally get it. So this is fetching the directory contents. This is fetching the file contents. This is fetching. Okay, so I don't understand this file content versus. Looks very similar to directory contents. Interesting. I've tried, I'm a noob, and taught all of the programs. Trae is the worst. Oh yeah, it's the worst. Okay, so I'm scared to make any changes. Good thing is I probably have already pushed these changes. I don't know if it's bad, but it is trying to automate the process way too much for my liking. Way too much. So that is scary for someone that has made something work. Having like all of these quite too much automation, I would say, is a little scary. I don't like it. As a programmer, I don't like it. This is not a feature that I would like, in all honesty. Like, maybe that's me, maybe that's just me, but it went so deep and tried to make so many changes that is scaring the hell out of me to accept them. Because, okay, we have to change these things. For example, here it's fetch tools by category. Okay, I guess it's changing some of the usages, moving some things over to this folder. Like, I get it, I understand it, but it's way too scary to do all of these changes in a single go. Like, this is way too much. Like, I'm not even going to joke about it. It's too much, too many changes, but we're going to accept it. So I accepted the changes, and what we see here is that we get an error. So the error is about what? One problem found. Okay, fetch markdown. This fetch card markdown is not existing. So I'm going to give it a folder. I'm going to give it AI tools. Please continue with the changes. See the error in tools slug /page tsx about fetch card markdown. Yeah, the good thing is that I have Git, so I can always roll back, or I can just fix it on my own. I'm not giving it something super complicated. I give it something that I know I can fix if it goes wrong. But in general, what was very important to me is that we actually check this project out and this product out, because I've actually heard that it gives you free AI limits. So because I don't really want to pay for 10 different products, And because I'm coding quite a lot with AI for the videos, for courses, for actually this project that I'm creating, it's really important for me to have like different alternatives and know what is happening out there. Because at the end of the day, we don't know which IDE is going to dominate all of the others. So the more IDEs you know how to use or at least exist, the better it is for you, because you diversify, you have free credits, free everything. So my first opinion right now is not negative. I really like the UI. Very easy to set up, all of the imports there, free to use. It gets your data. It's China, like they get your data. But I have no problem with that at this point because they're giving way too many money. So I think 3.5 Sonnet is a complete fail. Let's go with 3.5. So please do the same request as before. Okay, so my question is, what didn't you like about this Trae IDE? What was it that really turned you off? That's my question. Like, if you could give me a little bit more context on that, that would be great. For some reason, the camera is lagging. I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on. Probably have to close my PC at some point. But it feels like, in general, most people are more happy with 3.5 Sonnet at this point for just day-to-day tasks. But if you want to plan and create like a website, I think... okay, so I will update fetch card markdown to add proper handling. Okay, so it added a try and catch request. Who cares? I guess it's good practice, but whatever. Okay, so these changes make the markdown fetch more robustly. Yeah, that was not the error though. So the error was that it cannot actually fetch tool markdown. Okay, let me check. So what does this do? It's fetching. Okay, so I guess we could just use this here. String category tool. Okay, you know what? For example, I tell it to work on specific files and without touching anything else, and will still go and give you 3 fixes for other useless things. Yeah, it has a lot of looping. I don't know if, you know, using chat is better. So if I give it this file, which I have open right now, it automatically tracks it. How can I optimize this page? I don't know if chat is better. There are several other optimizations we can implement. Consolidate duplicate code, the folder director finding, okay. You have a lot more knowledge, so you can use it more. I wouldn't say that I have more knowledge. I don't know. I've been coding for like 6 years, but you know, this is not my field. Like, I have not been a web developer, or I don't really have that much of expertise in this thing. Don't let me fool you. So this should be this. I can accept that. We can use React cache for expensive operations. Add error handling to the markdown content fetch. Okay, so in order for me to implement these changes, I could click the apply button. Okay, so what did it change? I don't like the font. First of all, I don't like the font. How can I change the font? I don't think this is important, but it would be great if I could change the font. Okay, so here it says Markdown Viewer. What? Accept all. Okay, so I'm going to accept all of the changes. So what does it do? Okay, so it fetches tools by category and returns using a weight. Okay, so this is a simplified function. I guess it's very similar to what happens here. That's interesting. So it fetches cards. Let us see the function names. Okay, so it has a get categories, which is exactly the same with this one. So maybe it could deduplicate this code. Okay, it has these functionalities, which is good. I think it could really improve some things. It really is skipping some steps, in my opinion. But it uses this caching feature. I don't know exactly what this cache will do or if it works. Fetch cards memorized. Okay. So it saves this request. Okay, so this is an additional step. I get it. Okay, so I guess let's do an npm run dev. If npm run devs works, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not going to stress about it. But I have an expectation that this may not work. I have like this expectation, which is going to be sad, in all honesty. I think there is a button. Oh, it's history. Okay, so you can always revert back or whatever. So let's open up the local host on this window. Okay. Let's check this out, my friends. So what we were creating was AI tools. So this AI tools is on /AI tools. Let's go to AI tools. Doesn't seem to have broken anything, which is good. It may actually not be that bad. For now it works. Okay, this is interesting. Didn't expect it to work. So first time it takes a little bit of time, but after that, is it more? It's nearly instant. Okay, text generators, got a lot of shit over here. Let's hit refresh. Open DeepSeek. Well, it's not slow. It's good. Speed is good. Speed is good. Didn't expect it. Okay, so it seems to work. It seems to work. And I think the chat tool may be a little better because the builder is in beta. So let's open up a new chat. I'm going to give it a folder. I'm going to say, please improve the reusability of the files inside this folder. Make sure to use to remove any duplicate things. Yeah, looks good. I guess it worked, and it gave us also this caching feature, which I did not expect to work. So let's check it out. And again, we have to restart to update. So there's probably some new update that I have not done. So let's go over what it says here on the window. It says I will help you reusability. Let's use the shared constants file. Okay, I like this. I like this because it tells you, you create this constants file that is for this specific page. So for any page that uses this kind of logic, I can have like a constants file to like set up the folder and whatever is needed. So create a shared utilities file for common functions. Okay. Okay, so I guess here we get these const type of things. That makes sense. And you also want to update the files to import these things, and you want to do that for all of the shared folders. Let's terminate this job. Okay. Okay, so that makes sense. So is there any way for me to accept all of the changes in one go? I think not. So let's apply. Okay, so you probably have to click apply on everything. Apply, accept all. Okay, so this constants thing indeed exists. I also really like how it places it inside of this folder, because it doesn't have context of where everything will be. Constants, yeah, it looks good. I don't think it's going to have an error getting built, and it's going to run probably. So here we have all of these fetching things. Okay, fetch cards, memorized. Really also like the naming. So if I click quick fix, AI fix. Okay, let's try this AI fix to see if it can find the error and fix it. This is not an error, it should work. So what it says is, okay, so if I click accept, it just imports this. No, we don't want that. Okay, Control S. And now it works. Okay, that's funny. Okay, so this metadata has not been changed. This client side, again, this thing I don't like. Like, it should have been able to do changes in this folder. Like, these things are not needed over here. It could have like folder page URL. It could actually import them. I don't know why it did not do these changes. So let me check. Maybe I did not accept the change. Maybe that's a mistake of mine. So here is the utils. We've created that. Here is the constants. Here is this page, TSX or whatever. Here is this. So yeah, it did not really give a look to this client side code. Back. All of these things are okay. Like if I do this, you can see here that the import works. So probably this is a problem of the linter or whatever. I don't know how it's called. So these, here we have a mistake, for example. Here you got to do this. And here you got to do this for it to work. In general, I don't like to have all of these files and system like that. I prefer to use this I don't know how it's called, like it's components. So this is like pages / AI tools / utils. So this is how I like to do imports. So I guess that's a little bit more clear exactly on where the file is. And we want to do exactly the same thing here, but we don't want, okay, we want that. And also we want that. Okay, let's remove this. Great. So find card and category. It cannot find this code for some reason. So if I do AI fix, it could probably load it. Oh, yeah. So this is get categories memorized. I don't know if this is the correct answer. Probably it is. So let's hit accept. Because getting the categories memorized, essentially it just triggers that and saves it into the cache. So find category and card. Again, we're going to use AFX. For now, I think it looks good. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Maybe something doesn't work in production, which is, again, very important to always keep in your mind. But it seems to work well. It seems to work well, I've got to say. So maybe what I should ask is, okay, so how is this cache feature works? Let's get a little bit of knowledge of how this cache feature works, because I don't get it. I have never seen it before, and I don't want to search on the web to find like the answer. There's no need. AI is here to explain to us. So let me explain how the cache feature works. In this context, when the function is wrapped with cache, its results are stored based on the input parameters. So when you do the same input, it will get cached. And it persists during the React render lifestyle. That may be problematic in the future. Okay, so in this file, my question is, let's give it this file that I have open right now. It's like always the first. Should you change find category and card to the memorized option? Let's ask it. Can you refine this by doing this thing? Yes, it would be beneficial to use the memorize function directly in both pages for consistency and better performance. Here is how to update. So what it tells us is how we update this thing. And yeah, we actually can do that. So that's interesting. I did not expect that to happen. So if I hit apply, it goes to the correct code base. Yeah, it goes exactly to the correct code base. So I'm going to accept this. And if I hit apply here, is it going to go? It's going to use again memorized and accept that as well. Okay, so that's interesting. Question is, do we have like a memorization for this fetch category or whatever? And the question is, we don't have any kind of find category and card memorization. So what we did replace it with? Huh. Where is this coming from? Okay, we may have found the first mistake. Or maybe not. No, I think that's okay. Well, this is interesting. I did not expect it. And it uses the memorized here. Memorized. Guys, I think it looks good. I'm trying to find a mistake, but I cannot really find a mistake, which is open web view. Oh, we can have an import. Oh, that's great. I didn't expect that. We actually have an input here, so AI tools. Well, that's nice. This is highly unexpected. Wow. Guys, this is a very good code editor for AI. That looks very nice. I'm not gonna tell you anything else. This is really nice. Oh my god, I did not expect that. I did not really expect that to happen. Okay, so we got some kind of console log going over. I don't like this. Shift. No, there is no double shift. So let's find console log. I'm just going to do it manually. Console. Let's remove this. We don't need it. This is for errors. We don't need this. We don't need this. Well, guys, for now, it's not mistaken. It's 100% working correctly. I did never expect that to happen. This is nice. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, we're good. Well, this is very unexpected. So do I use this function like anywhere? No, okay, so this get AI tools thing can go. So let's delete this file. Do we use this anywhere? I'm just really into a spot to just reduce the amount of code we use, because we have to clear like the file structure and the file system. It has so many unnecessary things, so we can expand. But guys, this is a very good idea, very good. This is very unexpected. I'd never expected this to work so well. So we're going to try and do something more, let's say, optimistic. We're going to try and replicate this exact dynamic menu into another functionality. So I had a way to do this dynamic menu in the past, but I have completely revamped it in the past 2 days. So the next big step would be actually for us to use all of this functionality to have like dynamic menus everywhere and generalize this as much as we can possibly do. So a first step would be to create this functionality into another folder. And when we have both folders working, we find the common patterns and we replace them. So let's give this a look. That's going to be very interesting. That's going to be a very nice thing to do. So we got these utils. Probably these utils will be shared across like everything. And maybe the correct spot to place them is on the GitHub API service, I guess. But let's not go over our heads at this point. We have another page that is called investing, and we got these airdrops, and we got this page over here that is airdrops. So I don't like this, in all honesty. And what I want to do, for some reason it has AI tools. Fetch list. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open up a new chat. If I drag and drop this here, Oh, you can drag and drop the files you want. Okay. Use the airdrops slash client side tsx change the airdrops to use the same logic and as the AI tools slash client side. Make sure to use the airdrops list as the folder to fetch the airdrops. Okay, so we're going to go and do something more complex than the previous request at least. So let's check out what happens. So let's see. I will help you modify the airdrops slash client side. So again, folder, page URL, that's great. One problem that we may have is that this is like airdrops. It's airdrops. It probably should be fine. And instead of this tab container, it's going to add all of these things. I can live with that. So before we apply any changes, I want to do git status. I'm going to do git add, git status, git commit, new changes for optimized performance and function reusability. Let's push that. Cool. So now we're going to apply the changes. Now that we have saved the previous iteration, click the apply button. And we probably have to apply a lot more changes. So I hit the apply button, but it takes quite a lot of time to load. I don't know why. This is just a copy paste. I'm just going to do it manually, whatever. So we got this folder. Okay. So let's drag and drop this folder and this folder. I want the airdrops folder to be exactly the same component and structure and usage as AI tools, but I want that for airdrops specifically. Make the necessary changes. Okay, so we're asking it something really hard. This is not easy. What we're asking it is not an easy fix. So indeed, it creates a constant, TS, useful, and then starts to write a lot of code. So it creates like this utils file. It would be best if it could be shared. So maybe we have to abstract this. Maybe we have to pull it out so it is on a shared folder. I will ask it in the second step to do that. Where should it be placed? I don't know. You will see. Quite a lot of changes. Now we're going to find the first problems, because this change it's not going to be one-shotted by the AI tool. It's just not possible. It's way too hard of a change to be able to handle it. But up till now, the performance is insane. Highly, highly unexpected. Okay, so let's apply this. Let's apply this. Let's apply this. Apply this. Accept all. Okay, so again, I don't like this file structure. I absolutely hate it. So let's go ahead and do investing pages, investing airdrops. Boom. And in this case, we go with utils. I just like this way of structuring the files a lot better. Now, that's interesting. So it uses memorized categories. Exactly the same logic. This could also probably be abstracted away. This code inside here on how to slugify the pages. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, so I know why it cannot abstract it away, because it takes the input at this point. So yeah, this is not optimal. This is not an optimal way to handle this thing. And also I think that by not having the folder as parameter is also not beneficial. So maybe this could severely get improved. I think this can be very, very much improved. But this is the fetch airdrops, which is this function over here. So maybe instead of a use effect, it could do like a similar logic to this. I don't know why we have use effect here. I think we shouldn't. I can't find any reason to have a use effect, but whatever. Can this actually work one shot? That would be absolutely insane if it could actually one shot this. That would be highly unexpected. But I think it doesn't know the exact URL. I'm really not believing what I'm seeing at this point. Like, I never expected this to be able to work, but it seems like it may actually work. So let's do npm run dev. I don't know if this window is opening. Okay, so open view. Let's try it out. We've got nothing to lose. So I'm going to click crypto airdrop guide. So indeed goes to investing airdrops. If I hit bridges, it forgets about the investing part. So probably here we have to say investing / airdrops. Hit the refresh, go back again, go back again. Okay. So okay, interesting. Get investing airdrops bridges not found. So indeed something happened incorrectly. But what happened? Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. Claims. So this is not working. So what should be the reason for it not working? This is the page URL. You slugify the category. I'm quite sure that this is exactly what we wanted. Investing, bridges, airdrops, claims. Oh, yeah. I think I know what the problem is. If you check over here, we don't have like a file for slug. It's slug and then it instantly. Did we miss it or did the code base miss it? Create a dynamic route for individual airdrops. Yeah, it missed. I think you missed the page TSX inside slug. Okay, so it forgot to create a file. No big deal. No big deal. Also made a mistake with the URLs, but that's fine. Using investing leaks instead of AI tools. Oh yes, of course. You got to create this file. Okay, let's accept. Let's check out here. Tool card. Oh, it fucking works. Guys, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. It fucking works. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. This is the most insane thing I have seen in AI lately. This is insane. I will make a video about this idea. I will also put it into the course that I have created. But this is insane. This is insane. Okay, so let's see if we can optimize this even more. So if we use folder as input in the cache functions, will this lead to better optimization? Okay, so indeed we can improve caching by using folder as input. By including folder as parameter in the cache functions, we ensure that different folders don't interfere with each other caches. Okay, So indeed, what I was thinking about indeed is good. Let's see if it works. You need to update the calling function accordingly. Okay. So if I hit apply, what is it going to change? It's going to get memorized. Okay, accept all. Okay. Update the calls in every file of this folder to match the new memorized memoized functions. Okay. It seems to be working. This is insane. This is insane. We're able to improve the code, refactor everything. So much better. So much better. Tremendous work. So is it working? Let's go. Let's do a refresh. Crypto airdrops. Bridges. Go back. Debridge. Back. I cannot believe this. Use this logic to define new memoized functions and replace existing ones in the code in the AI tools folder. This is insane, guys. This is AI agents rock. Like the changes, the improvements, all of the ideas for optimizations that I have in my mind are actually taking place real time. In just an hour, we are improving the code so much more, so much faster, so much easier. No mistakes, one shot, everything. This is tremendous. If you can couple a good programmer, a good designer of systems, a solutions architect with AI agents, they're just going to dominate everything. Let's go ahead, apply the changes. We will have to test it out though. So I'm going to hit accept. But yeah, quite unexpected. Quite unexpected. So maybe this also needs a change. But this is actually an async function, so maybe you should not do that. Do we got any errors? Complexity of this tool has went down tremendously. It's very nice. Let's do web view. Tools. Okay, let's try out to see if the changes indeed worked. I'm full of fucking text generators. Okay. But it takes a little bit of time to load due to the request. Okay, so if I leave this page and then go AI tools, will it load faster? That's like one of my main questions. When I want to load it again, is it faster? I think it will be faster. So if I click text generators, yeah guys, it's way faster. Yeah, this caching feature indeed works. Wow. Bro, this is... I don't know how to even describe what is happening right now. Guys, this is literally having an AI coder that can write very good code, one shot, refactor, and following your instructions. I don't know if it has the logic to, go 10 steps ahead or whatever. But what we're currently experiencing is insane. I cannot believe this. Read through all of the files in the folder and find any kind of optimization that could be performed to improve any of the following cases: code reusability, code safety, failures, code optimization, loading times. Okay, so let's see if it can actually find some way of optimizing the code. I'm giving it a whole file with multiple like folders. So create a shared types file. I don't think that is going to be necessary, but it's good practice to have something like that. But this is the paths. Error boundary. Input validation. That's not bad things. Code optimization, memoized output, use memo. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, we're not going to be doing any of these changes. So, the question is, where do we use this tab container anymore? Like, have we completely replaced it? Yes. That's good news. We can actually delete it. Do we use this tab anywhere anymore? Let's go with much case. Much whole word. Do we use this content function anywhere? I don't think we do. Okay. If I try to delete this file, then try to delete this file, it lets me. Do we use this sidebar anywhere? Nope. Okay, let's do a restart. Guys, we're able to create such better code, simpler code, with a few clicks of a button. I would call it amazing. Crypto airdrop guide. This is insane. This is absolutely insane, my friends. Bro, this is incredible. Let's check AI tools. Takes a little to load at first, but then I can leave, go back to AI tools, and I think it loads a lot faster. Like, yeah, nearly instant. Caching works really nicely. Really nicely. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Guys, I'm really shocked. Like, this is one of the best things I ever seen from AI lately. Like, it can create landing page, but refactoring the code usually is a no-go for me. I usually avoid it. But AI is mashing. It's mashing it right now. This is incredible. You may not feel the same way as me, but what I'm living right now, what I'm seeing right now, for me it's unprecedented. I've never seen anything like this before. All right, just want to be transparent with you, my friends. Just want to be transparent. Like, I've never seen anything like this. Never. Is there any way to reduce the code size by creating reusable components across these two folders? Search, match, and create single components for duplicate code across these two folders. Okay, we're going to do the final refactoring step, abstracting away the logic, the components, so we improve our reusability. So there is this page configs. I don't think this is a good idea. So I would probably avoid it. I like this, having this constants thing in a single file. I think it looks good. It makes me know if I open like this, if I'm working on that spot, I like it to be in a very specific file instead of having a global like page configs. I don't like this. So the first step I'm skipping, but I can understand why AI told us to have it. This is the page utils. So these functions are nearly identical. I think they're exactly identical, not nearly identical. Shared page layout, so we can create like a dynamic page layout. So we can abstract away this logic and pass in parameters. Client side can also be abstracted. Oh, so it says just updating. Okay, looks good. Don't use the shared config, use the individual ones. Make sure to update both client sides. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so I will help you update both. Okay, good. So indeed, we do this page utils, makes complete sense. The code probably is exactly the same, like there should be no difference at all because the functionality is exactly the same. It's a specific template of calling. The pages are also probably identical, like something is very fishy. So I guess instead of changing these components, it's going into this file, or actually in this file, and changes this thing. Yeah, I think I'm getting it right now. So it abstracts away the general page layout. Okay, I get it. I'm not very happy with it, but I get it. Let's apply this change. Let's try it out. Worst case scenario, we can just go back. Okay. So here we've got this AI tool client. However, you can just import that. I don't know why we don't import it here. Maybe we should. Maybe we should just import it. Hopefully this doesn't breaks everything. So this is not, this is AI tools, constants. Boom. Should be better right now, hopefully. Okay, so this code is working. I think this code is working. This is the dynamic page layout that has a sidebar provider. Great. Now this is interesting. Folder is entirely skipped. In this layout. Why? Because we don't need the folder. We may actually need the page URL. I'm not sure. Where is the dynamic? I think we're about to make a mistake that's going to break all of the code. So the sidebar is pointing to the page URL. Not the folder. Also, aren't we supposed to have made some changes? All of this should have been page layout, page layout, page layout. This page utils, it's a GG, it's a GG. But I don't understand why it cannot see like the code for the airdrops. It really can't find the differences. Huh. Now this is strange. This is strange behavior. I don't know if I want to go with this dynamic thing or not. I'm not really sure. In general, I'm trying to avoid this kind of components. So maybe it's better if I don't use it. But because I don't want to make a lot of new files, this is maybe not necessary. So I gotta think, do I want it? I think I don't want it. Yeah, I think it's better to have a little bit more flexibility in this case. So I really like that we can completely not care about utils anymore. So we can just import them from... What is even this? Where is the utils? Oh, come on, man, like... Come on. Page utils. Okay. So it imports from page utils, which I think is better. So we're going to place it in all of the folders. Like this page util things, it's good, in my opinion, it's good. Like it's a good change. But all of the other ones, not really. Not a fan. So let's go with that. It's going to be strings. Okay, let's not waste a little bit of our time. Let's do that. Find category and card. So this cannot be imported, or is it not used? That's like my question. Okay, let's remove it. If it's not used, it's not used. Let's do that here as well. Question mark. Let's do the change also here. A lot better right now, a lot better. The code is a lot better. So I'm going to place the question mark here. We don't need a question mark. Find category and card. Fetch cards memorized. And then it fetches the tool markdown. Okay. Okay. So I think we have ensured reusability. I think we just have to do a little bit of changes. So this is string. This is like string. Everything is a string of our code. Like everything is a string. Who cares? So this tool that is mapped, I don't know. Is this also string? I guess it's string. Whatever. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. So I guess the code is becoming better and better minute by minute. The improvements are absolutely here. This makes me, guys, so excited. I cannot tell you how excited this makes me, because we have done SEO optimization. The page is a lot better, in all honesty. If you see the styling, if you see how it looks now than before, it's really big effort. And you know, I've wasted like one whole week to this, put some things behind, killed a little bit of my sleep. So let's close others. How can I open the web view? Is there like a button here? View. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's do npm run build. So we are going to build this image to see if everything is working correctly, if the package is getting built. This is very crucial and very important. If you cannot build your code, you cannot put it into production. But I'm really hyped about all of these changes and the impact they have. Let's open up a new chat. Like, we created dynamic menus. We have changed the visual look of the website tremendously. So it doesn't like this on the whiteboard. Okay, so let's place this here. Let's also like put the error here, and we're going to let it fix it. You can see that the error is not even from all of the things that we have changed and all of the changes we made. It's just from another file, whatever, who cares? So the change is simple. We wrap this into array from, and boom, it's done. Okay, I guess I trust you. This is tremendous work by AI, like Trae, IDE. I don't know if it's Claude Sonnet, I don't know if it's the IDE, but indeed, everything is that we have made today is working perfectly. Maybe it's me, maybe because I slowed down today, maybe that's like better. But yeah. It's creating the static pages. It had like some kind of error. Type error. Intermediate value is not a function. For me, it's really important to see the sitemap. And if the sitemap is correct. Seems kind of correct. So where is the sitemap here? Sitemap. So here are all of the URLs. '84 indexed pages. Well, this is not a trivial website. I can tell you that for sure. That looks good. This is nice. And everything built with no problems. Yeah. There was some kind of error here. It couldn't fetch cards at some point, but it fetched them. So can I find where the problem was? Okay, so what I did not like is that this doesn't have type. Let's give this a search. Let's search it. Maybe the IDE can tell us what's going wrong. Okay. Map data, fetch cards might not be causing. I don't think this is a fix, but we could check it and run npm build, because if we run this npm build, it will actually show us the type of the data. So if a mistake happens, we can find it and handle it afterwards. But hopefully the code is not broken and the functionality is okay. That's what mainly worries me. Expected but received object. Okay, yes. This is actually an object. This is actually an object. Yeah, so I'm going to go back, revert the code, reject. And I'm going to do npm run dev just to check out the code, that everything is working, cards are fetched, and that we have no problems. And I'm just going to pull the plug on that, because we don't really have to go overkill with all of the checks. We really don't have to. If it works, if it builds, we're fine. We don't have to go overkill. And it works, it's fine. So I'm not going to stress about it. It works just fine. Good. I like this. This is a nice result. So yeah, I'm going to count this as a win. So I'm going to close this window. I'm going to do git status. We got so many changes done. Like, let me show you. We got all of these changes, deleted files, modified files. It's insane. Git add, git commit, new dynamic menus. Actually, we should remove this. This is no longer needed, no longer required. Thank you for your service. And it's not used anywhere. So npm run dev, just to check that everything is getting built. Yeah, okay, let's close this. Yep. Okay, so git status, minus the files, that's good. Git commit, removed unused files, git push. Great. This is great. I'm really happy with the result. Really happy. So I think right now, one of the greatest things we can do after this... Wait a minute, what is red? What's the problem? Contains emphasized files. I have no idea. So let's open up a new window. I think what we should do right now is one more thing that would be amazing to do today and just call it a day afterwards. So what we have as a problem on this website is that we don't have a nice navigation menu. So this is the navigation bar, and in all honesty, it doesn't really look good. So I'm going to put this navigation bar here. I'm going to put also the flyout menu, which is, where is it? UI. This is probably very typical flyout menu. I want you to make a beautiful navigation bar that has also a flyout menu. Use SUD CN and Tailwind CSS to do just that. Let's also use this, where is the global CSS? Use my global CSS for the currently chosen styles. Okay, so we're going to create a new navigation bar that looks better and just makes more sense. So I can see that you already have a navigation bar in the flyout menu. It's going to suggest specific changes to improve these things, make them look better. The current implementation looks good, but I can suggest some more improvements. Go ahead. Okay, rest of the code, added a sticky header, blur effect, better spacing, alignment, gradient text effect for the logo, smooth transition effects on hover states, better organization of navigation items with justified spacing, gradient hover effects, consistent blur effects. Okay, let's apply. Let's apply. So I want to preview the changes before we go ahead and make them. Okay, makes sense. And on the flyout menu, it has some more gradients. It has these things over here. We will change them in the future. So accept all. npm run dev. Let's see if the new navigation bar is better. If it looks better, I'm just going to call it a day. Like at the end of the day, it's just a navigation bar. We don't have to stress about it. So let's open up the web view. Okay, so something went wrong. Let's go to flyout menu. Yeah, I think we're going to revert the changes on the navigation bar. Even though they are not bad. Okay, you know what? We only want to revert one specific. Okay. Okay, let's actually accept everything. I want the navigation. Nah, we don't really want the navigation bar to look like that. I have to think about it. Like, everything is way too stretched right now, which is a little strange. Let's hit the refresh button. Okay, so that's like What is this bullshit? What is this? Whatever. The navigation bar looks like that right now. I don't like it. I want the two text at the right side to go near the tools. I also want the flyout to have less of a border. I want the logo on the left to be visible. Why is there a purple color over it? Okay, so we're going to ask it to fix its mistakes, and hopefully it will do just that. So it's going to do some kind of color checking. It's very typical for the LLMs to mess this up. Like, so many LLMs made exactly the same mistake. Removed the gradient from the logo and made it use the foreground color. Moved the navigation links courses next to the tools menu. Simplified the layout structure to be more clean. Reduced the border. Okay, so hit apply, accept all. Data.map is not a function. Alright, so we probably have an error. That we should fix. Did we even apply the changes? Like, what is this? npm run dev. There is indeed a mistake with the cards. There's a card that just shouldn't have been there. The .ds store or whatever. Yeah, that's not what we want. Okay. Move the tools and the other text near the logo. Add a separator like pop to separate logo from the three text. Let's do that for now. But I think it's coming together nicely. All right, let's apply the change. We accept the change, recompile, hit the refresh button. Great. Okay, that looks nice, I guess. Hit the refresh button here. No problem at all. Website looks clean, nice. Very acceptable, very acceptable. So on the flyout menu, there is some kind of, I don't know how to call it, like, it has some kind of, I don't know, how can we, how could I inspect the flyout menu? So this is Control-Shift-C, Control-Shift-C, Control-Shift-C. Okay, so we got like this grid and then this div. Both of them have like this. Okay. We also probably don't want that. List item. Class name. Okay, so we want the title and then you have this description. So I'm just going to skip the description. I'm just going to pass the title. Okay. I want the buttons in the flyout menu to be less widthy. Okay, so we want to reduce the width. I don't want to, use the CSS to check exactly why is this happening. So I'm just going to tell it, like, man, just remove it. Reduce the width. Great. Reduce the gap. Reduce the padding. So probably after this change, we will open up the web view, hit the refresh button to refresh the cache, and yeah, it'll look better. So if I go to the flyout menu again, remove the description, hit the refresh button, again, they're too big. The flyout menu is way too big for only 4 elements. I don't like that. But I don't think we should really care at this point for that. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. What else? What else can I change? Let me see. Okay, so this is the navigation item links. Yeah, I like this better. This looks better. This looks better. Okay, so also on the navigation bar, maybe we don't want muted. Maybe we don't want. To mute the color. Text foreground. Yeah. Real proud. Really proud. We have improved everything so much. So much. This is good. This is really good. Oh, nearly forgot. Gotta fix one more thing. We gotta fix one more thing, my friends. Nobody's watching the live stream right now, but someone may watch afterwards. So there is this .ds thing that is getting loaded for some reason. I don't know why. So AI tools, we might want to remove it. Yeah. So this .ds store, I don't know why it exists, but we got to remove it. So how do we remove it? Boom, we did it. Okay, so I think we're done. Like, the update for the website is, I don't know, it's insane. Like, let's put them together, the old one and the new one. Let's put them together. Let me take a video. All right, so we're ready. We can probably just close this. Rate limit exceeded. Yeah, we've done a million requests like today. Okay, so yes, terminate job, git status, get out, git commit, small fix, git push. Like, man, we got a little bit of refactoring to do and we're probably done with it. A little bit of refactoring and everything will be ready. Now the refactoring won't be easy. We have to merge this thing with the other ones. Not gonna be easy. Got to improve so many things. All of these should in some way or form get past. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. But it's a good and important improvement to get all of these out of here. Yeah, I think it will be a nice improvement. I'm going to reduce. So guys, the next thing that we will probably be doing tomorrow and the day after is that we will have to merge the two landing pages that we got. So we got a landing page with courses, etc., emails, And one landing page looks super good, the other looks good, but could be improved very easily. So that's the thing that we will be looking to do. That's what we will try to do. And by merging the components of those two landing pages, we're going to end up with a single component for each landing page. And we're going to end up with components that will allow us to create landing pages quickly and easily. So that would be very great and very amazing. And then we can fit so many things over them. So I think that would be very exciting. Very exciting. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I will see you on the next live stream. Bye.